The Upper House of Parliament has given a nod of approval to the Customs Control and Management Amendment Act 2013. During the debate on Monday, a number of senators aired their concerns surrounding proposed penalties and double fines. Leader of Government Business in the Senate, Errol Court, explained the mindset behind the amendments.
This provision, in my view, can only be activated with the support of Inland Revenue, corroborating what the import is saying. But notwithstanding that, it is still a good provision, because as an importer, you might be working out certain things with Inland Revenue. It may not necessarily be that government is owing you money, but you may be trying to reconcile certain numbers, certain outstanding issues. You might now be arriving at some agreement with Inland Revenue to pay monies over time. This is what that provision is seeking to take into account.
Now, Senator Court said where the penalties are violated, the discretion of the comptroller will be utilized.
A fine of not less than 25% or more than 75% of the maximum fine provided under law. So he will go to the section of the Act, see what the maximum penalty is under the Act, and then he could impose an administrative fine of no less than 25%, but no more than 75%. Or he may seize the goods. So he has powers to seize the goods. He may say, well, you know, you violated so, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to seize all the goods. Or he may fine you. So there are specific provisions here for the controller where he decides to move under this particular section.
Leader of the opposition in the Senate, Arthur Nibbs, believed that all the provisions that is, should be enshrined in the legislation and not left up to the controller at any point in time.
When you give people discretion, you open up a window of all sorts of things. Corruption, collusion, you name it. But once you state it specifically in the law that these items should be exempted, you know that you're not waiting under the discretionary power of the controller of customs. So I just thought I'll put that in there, Madam President, so that we can deal with it when we come up. So basically, all in all, I'm in support of this. Though I'm worried that you just went in and just doubled the fines here, there, and everywhere. I would have loved to see you vary here and there based on the reality.
Newly appointed Senators Sean Nicholas and Mervyn Richards have voiced their full support of the reformation process taking place at Customs. In making her contributions to the debate on the Customs Control and Management Amendment Act, Nicholas said that the very bill is timely. She added, however, that the controller's authority to delegate in matters relating to the issuing of penalties should be revised.
We must make the fine such that it will be a deterrent for people to even think about committing such. As I said, I look at this in the context of the reforms that have been taking place, and from my understanding, quite a bit would have been taken or would have been completed. For example, if we look at the operations of the Customs Department as it is, we see that they're now opening during the lunch hour. I don't know the archaic practice of government offices closing for lunch hour when, you know, people's lunch hours are scattered. There's no longer a 12 to 1 period, but, you know, when you're available, that is when you conduct your business. So we're happy to see that that change has taken place so far.
Senator Richards echoed similar sentiments.
Perhaps maybe look at a particular time when we can say, well, anything after a particular amount of years and records, well, you can go back to something. I don't know. But I also join with Senator Ahmad with her concern for the double of that of the penalties. But apart from that, I would like to lend my support, or give my support to this particular bill, and for all the other concerns that all the other senators have mentioned in this honorable House. I would want to think that that my leader of Government Business, Senator Errol Court, will certainly make notes and will be able to rebut at the end of it. But I would certainly like to lend my support to this bill.